Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today is January January 2nd, 2024. Um, Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. Today I did my third round, also my 22nd round of chemo, my third round of this medication that they give me now. But I'm at 22 rounds of chemo. Um, a little tired today. To uh, this new shit they're giving me before they when they hook me up to the bags and shit, they'll give me like anti-nausea medication, some steroids and shit. But now, before they give me the actual chemo, they inject me with Benadryl. I don't know how much Benadryl they're giving me, but um, that shit makes me really tired. I usually fall asleep right then and there. Within like 10 minutes, I'm like groggy and just I'm out of it. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't mind that. You know what I mean? Because I was tired from last night. I really didn't sleep much last night because I was looking forward to this doctor appointment that I had this morning because before chemo, I had to go see my doctor. And with this treatment I'm going through right now, I have no side effects except being a little tired sometimes. Other than that, I have no side effects. I'm not sick or none of this shit. So so I wanted to request to go back to work. Because I'm on disability, and I received my last disability check this last Saturday. After that check, if there's no more checks, I don't get no more money. And like I've been telling you people before, that this disease or anything like it, whether you're an adult or you're a child, don't matter. It's a fucking financial burden. You know what I mean? It's rough when it comes to the finances and shit. So I still have a little tiny bit left over from the year. And when on my disability, I was getting like close to 1,800 every 2 weeks. Plus, with my wife, she has a decent job, she makes decent money. And so we were able to sustain ourselves, you know what I mean? Plus the money that was donated and shit like that to the GoFundMe's and other avenues. Um, I was able to be sustained for the whole year to be able to pay bills and shit like that. But that money goes after 1 year. That's it. There's no more money. I can stay on disability, but I'm not gonna get nothing out of it. There's not gonna be no money coming in. So I was like, fuck, man, I need to try to get as best I can. Get well as best as I can, in order to go back to work. And luckily, this new chemo treatment is not making me sick. Um, I like right now. I still feel a little groggy from that Benadryl. I still kind of feel out of it. Probably go upstairs and take a little nap until my wife gets home. But anyways, the doctor came and saw me, and I told her, I said, check it out, man. I don't I she's like, how do you feel? I said, I feel good. I don't feel sick at all. And she's like, okay, well, I said, so you have me scheduled to go back to work next month. I want to say it's like the 14th or something like that, or the 4th, somewhere around there. I said, can you go ahead and just bump that up to January 14th? Let me go back to work. And so she's like, are you sure you're feeling good? I said, I feel good. I'm not worried. I can work. And so she said, okay. So that's what I got here. This is my form right here. I'll turn it into my boss tomorrow. Take it down there, give it to him, and hopefully everything goes right with them, and then I'll start working again on January 14th. So it's right on time. You know what I mean? Um, Kind of nervous about going back to work because it's been a year. It's been a year that I have not worked. Um, but the money for me is way better. You know what I mean? I make, like I said, I was getting like 1,800 every every 2 weeks. I'll make a lot more than that. Um, every 2 weeks if I go back to work. You know what I mean? Because my schedule is like 12-hour shifts. You know, 4:30 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon. So I'm doing 12-hour shifts. Um, so like I said, I'll make more money at work, and I won't have to worry about the financial issue no more. And not only that, but once I go back to work, I'll be able to probably jump back onto my medical, which I had decent medical before they canned me from for not being at work. You know, they can only pay up so much, and that was it. So I'll be able to get back on my insurance hopefully, and then that'll save me another $500 a month because we had to go into my wife's insurance, which I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for her boss allowing her to jump right on their benefits while the shit was going on with me, and I was able to get benefits back within a week. Um, but their benefits cost a lot of money. That she's not a union and that shit, and it's like a family practice type gig that she's at. You know, the doctor, he does his business. You know what I mean? So his insurance is kind of high. It's like I said, we pay like $500 a month for my insurance, and so now when I go back to work and hopefully I can jump back on my company insurance, or they'll reinstate it. um, I don't have to pay the $500 a month no more. And since I keep my seniority at my job, um, I have enough seniority there where I could pick a better plan. I might have to pay a little bit, but it's not gonna be $500 a month. You know, I could probably get a decent PPO health insurance plan. So that's the good news. You know what I mean? I get to go back to work after a year. Um, but again, I'm kind of nervous about going back to work. It's just I've been home, all this time, and I got to get used to it. So, next week, because my first day's gonna be on Sunday. So next week I'll probably, maybe Thursday and Friday, somewhere around there, I'll start get myself used to going to sleep early again. Because now I stay up until like 2, 3 in the morning. You know what I mean? So now I gotta get myself used to being in bed at least by 6, because I gotta be up at 2:30 in the morning to leave my house at 3:30, or I have to be up at 3 o'clock to leave at 3:30. Um, but like I said, it's good news as far as me being able to go back to work. There's no news on the cancer yet. I haven't done another scan. I won't do another scan, I think, until February. They want to get so many rounds of this new treatment in and see what's going on. But like I said, going back to work is good news. It takes away the fucking issue of money and like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do, man? How am I gonna survive now without having my disability? Because the only way I'll be able to get any kind of money is if my company was to fire me, then I'll be able to get unemployment, but which is nothing. You hardly get shit on unemployment. And not only that, they wouldn't fire me anyway because I'm union, I'm a Teamster. They can't just fire me. So uh, or the other way would be SSI or SSD, Social Security Insurance, or Social Security Disability. Um, but neither of them really pay much. One pays, I think, shit, one pays $1,400 a month. I'm getting right now $1,800 every 2 weeks. So, I'm getting $3,600 a month on disability. But Social Security disability, I think it was, only pays $1,400 a month. And then Social Security SSI pays $1,000 a month, which is nothing. You can't survive that shit. So, like I said, I get to go back to work. I'm kind of excited about it. Kind of, not worried about it, but just gotta get back used to it. Get everything going again. Get my body going again. I don't know. My voice is getting fucked up right now from the medication they gave me. But anyways, yeah, I don't have like no no what do you call it, side effects from this medication. This is the third round already, and I'm just tired because I'm just groggy right now from that fucking Benadryl. But yeah, so that's the news for that's the update on this treatment. Another thing I wanted to talk about was I think me and my wife had talked about it briefly one day on a video, but not too much. And that was how if this shit continues on, and I can't. If I don't beat the shit, and not even that, even if I was to die of just natural causes, old age or whatever, I try to think. I was thinking about how I would like to be remembered. I asked my wife that in one of our videos, and she said, I think she said she wanted to be remembered as being a good mom or what. I can't remember what she was saying, but um, for myself, um, there's still people from my past from when I was a kid that they don't like me because of shit that I did back then, which is understandable. You know what I mean? But then again, it's like, man, that was years ago. You gotta fucking get over that bullshit. But it is what it is. I understand. You know, um, and there'll be like a lot of women that know me that will have negative shit to say about me because of the things that I've done to them, and I don't mean like physical, because I've never been a physical type guy as far as like beating up women and shit. I wasn't that kind of person. Um, but uh, it ain't like I've never done it before. I'm not gonna lie and say that I've never done it before. Uh, One time my daughter's mom was pissing me off talking like this shit, and this is when I was like deep in the streets still, and she was running her mouth, and so we were laying in bed and she's talking shit, and I kept telling her, just shut the fuck up, man. You better watch your mouth, because she was being just real disrespectful toward my neighborhood and shit like that, and like I said, at the time I was into the street shit, so it was pissing me off, so uh, I finally reached over to my nightstand. I pulled out. I had a. It was a 357 Magnum revolver. I pulled it out and I rolled over on top of her, and I was like sitting on top of her on the bed, and I told her open her mouth, and she opened her mouth. I stuck the gun in there, and I told her keep talking shit, and I'm gonna fucking kill you, and I'll go in the other room, kill your mother and your brother. You better quit running your fucking mouth. You know what I mean? That was that incident, and for her to dislike me or something like that, I would understand that, because I was an asshole. Um, and another time with my kid's mother that lived out here, one time I did push her into the fucking wall because we got into an argument, and thing with her, she used to love to fucking say what she had to say, but then she wouldn't let me say what I had to say. She'd go in the room, lock the door, or shit like that, or and she would never let me speak when she would say what she had to say and never let me speak. And one day we got into it, and I pushed her into the wall. I pushed her so hard to the wall that it left her body print in the wall like a fucking cartoon. Um, but I did used to hold her down. I used to hold her down on the bed, but I wouldn't hit her. I would hold her down and say what I had to say because I used to fucking hate the fact that she would say what she had to say and then she'd go lock herself in the room or into the bathroom, and it would just piss me off, But as far as like slapping around and shit like that, no, I didn't do that kind of stuff. I pushed her one day because I don't know. I think she tried to hit me with a bottle. That's what it was. I think it was a bottle. She hit me with a like a Corona bottle or some shit, and she missed. I think she threw it at me and missed, and I pushed her and she fell into the wall. Again, that's all my fault. You know what I mean? And then one time I did my son's mom. One time I slapped the shit out of her one time for saying some stupid ass shit to me. So I'm not innocent in any of that stuff. You know what I mean? So for people like them, if they don't like me for those reasons, I can understand that. You know what I mean? But you know, that was back then. You know what I mean? That was back then. And there's gonna be other women too that don't like me because I was with them at one point and I was fucking cheating on them and shit like that. I didn't take their feelings into consideration, you know, and I was a dick. I was a selfish fucking person. I've said that before. You know what I mean? I was a selfish person to everyone, you know, even my own kids, I was a selfish person to them too, you know. Um, but nowadays, you know what I mean? I would like to be remembered as somebody that was like a good friend to his people. You know what I mean? Because I feel that I am. You know what I mean? I feel that you know, my real fucking friends that be around me all the time, um, that have that hang out with me and shit like that, have been out in places with me and shit like that in public. Um, if I say, hey, you know what, for my friends, I would give up my life for my friends. If something was to happen and shit goes down, I wouldn't be afraid. You know what I mean? I wouldn't leave them by themselves. You know what I mean? I would stick around no matter what. And if I had to die for it, then that's just the way it is because they're my friends. I could not look myself in the mirror the next day knowing that I let them down and I let them get hurt or beat up or some shit, you know. Uh, I've always been that kind of guy, and so you know, I would like to be remembered as somebody that was like that. You know, wouldn't want people to say, "Oh yeah, Big Mike, you know, he was a great person. You know, he could give you the shirt of his back." It's like, no, I wouldn't. No, I would not give you the shirt of my back. You know what I mean? Uh, but if you're my friend, you know what I mean. I'm willing to die for you if I have to. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't give you the shirt of my back. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be. I don't want people to be saying shit like that about me. You know, I want them just to my friends to be like, yeah, you know, he was a good person, you know, to us. You know, always had us at his home and always inviting and never asked people. You know, when they came over here, you know. You have to pitch in because I never do that shit when people come over here. I tell them bring what you drink. You know what I mean? Or if they'll hit me up like, hey Mike, you want us to bring something? Yeah, if you want, you can bring some chips or something. You know what I mean? Okay, no problem. You know what I mean? But I don't be like, hey, come here, coming over, bring this, bring this, bring that. I don't do that shit. You know, I'll take care of it. Um, but I want to be just known now. You know what I mean? Like I said, now we're not talking about the past. You know what I mean? The past is the past. You know. Now, is there people out there now that don't like me? Yeah, there is. You know what I mean? But I guarantee you, if you ask them people, why don't you like him? And it's mainly men. It's got to be mainly men, you know. But you ask that person, hey, why don't you like him? He won't have a fucking reason because I never did nothing to nobody. I don't be disrespecting people and shit like that. You know, I'm very respectful toward people. I'm very respectful toward my friends, to their wives or girlfriends. I'm respectful to them. You know what I mean? I don't. Uh, you know, back in the days, you know, I was a dog, man. You know, I would if my friend's woman's trying to, you know, like come on to me or something like that, which shit has happened like that in the past. You know, uh, I would let them know. You know, I would let them, hey, dude, you better talk to your woman, man. You know, because this is what she's doing, and if she keeps doing it, you know, I'm gonna fuck around with her. You know what I mean? And it's not my fault. It's your wife's fault or your girlfriend's fault. You know what I mean? Don't be mad at me. You know, a man's gonna be a man. A man's gonna do what a man does. You know what I mean? That's your woman. I'm not your woman. You know what I mean? So you better keep your woman in line and shit. You know what I mean? Because if she keeps it up, well, then it is what it is, man. You know, and I'm telling you, man. There's guys that I know to this day that I used to hang around before. They'll tell you. I used to tell people that shit. I used to tell my own friends that shit. Hey, watch your fucking woman, dude. She keeps acting like that, and you know, prancing around the way she's doing it's going to be her fault. Now, man, don't be mad at me, you know. But me now, like I said, that was me in the past, you know. I'm not like that now. I see how disrespectful that can be, you know what I mean? And so I just, like I said, I don't do people wrong. I don't do nobody wrong. Um, I stick to what I say, you know. And so I would like to be remembered as that kind of person, you know, that was a good person to my people, and not just my people, but even strangers and shit that I meet. You know what I mean? I've always been inviting to people. I didn't have to fucking know you, invite you here to my house. You know what I mean? As long as you act right, we're cool. You know. Um, but like I said, there's people out there that are gonna dislike me for shit that I did from the past, and they have every right to feel that way about me because I won't bullshit and I won't lie and say that I was a great person back then. Um, and I won't lie and say I didn't do certain things, you know, because I did. Like I said, the shit that I was doing that I had done before, you know, I was a selfish person, you know what I mean, and so that's one thing that I had to overcome to become what I am now. You know what I mean? Um, I had to overcome being a selfish person, stop just thinking about myself, and I started thinking about other people around me and shit. You know, and mainly my wife. You know, and if there's times where people have seen me, it happened a couple times where people have seen me like kind of getting emotional about shit. You know, it's not about the cancer and all that shit. It's not about that. I'm not afraid of all that stuff. You know, it's always because of my wife. You know what I mean? Because I think of my wife and uh and I'm trying to um make things right as I go along through this shit. So if anything happens, she's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? That's what concerns me, and that's what bothers me sometimes. It's not the fucking cancer and the fear of dying. I don't care. You know what I mean? And it's uh sometimes I feel disappointed. You know what I mean? If that yeah, that's the right word to say. It's disappointed. You know what I mean? Because you know, like when they told me, hey, the treatment at one point was like it was working. You know what I mean? And everything was shrinking up and stuff. I was already focused on this shit ended me, you know what I mean? Eventually it's gonna end me, you know. And then they tell me, okay, the shit was working. It kind of disappointed me, you know what I mean? Like I was looking just, I was already looking toward the end, you know what I mean? And so it kind of like disappointed me that this shit started to work. Like fuck, okay, so because to be honest with you, I do this shit for my wife. You know, I'm doing this whole thing for my wife as far as the fighting and all that shit like that. I can understand my buddy um, fuck, Johnny, um, not fighting no more. And say, hey, fuck it. You know, I can understand that. If I didn't have my wife to worry about, I probably wouldn't be going through this shit either. I'd probably say, fuck it, let's just keep on going, until I can't go no more. As far as taking this chemo shit, I wouldn't do it. Um, so I do it for my wife, you know what I mean? Um, because I don't want to leave her behind and all that shit. You know what I mean? And have her go through all the fucking heartache and all that crap that she didn't have to go through. So that's why I'm doing it. Um, but for myself, I really can care less. You know what I mean? Like I said in the videos, man, this place is fucked up anyway. You know what I mean? And I've been waiting for years, for this kind of shit. Not the cat's cancer, but I've been waiting for years to fucking die. You know what I mean? And so here it comes, with the cancer and shit. I'm like, okay, this is what I've been waiting for. Not cancer, but the death part. You know what I mean? And like I said, I've said it a few times in other videos. I've had my bags packed since I was a kid. I've been ready to go since then. You know what I mean? And shit just gets worse and worse here. So it's a fucked up. This world is fucked up. The people are fucked up. Um, And now it looks like, then when they tell me, okay, it was working, it's like, oh, fuck, okay, well, I guess I'll be here a little bit longer then, and then when they told me, hey, it's not working no more, we had to switch your treatment, I was like, okay, that's cool, bring it. You know what I mean? It put me back into that mode of, okay, I gotta look forward, I gotta look toward this way now because you know what, it's not working no more. I won't know until February what's going on with this new treatment. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, I do it for my wife. I'll continue to do it for my wife and for no one else. Not my kids, not my parents, not my brothers and sisters. For my wife. And if it works, it works. If it don't, that's all right. Um, but anyways, I just want to do this video, give you guys kind of like an update of what's going on with this treatment. And like I said, I get to go back to work, make some money again, and hopefully shit doesn't go wrong with from right now after I go back to work because there's no disability. So right now, even if I start to get sick from the treatments, I have to fucking just suck it up and not say nothing to anybody and just keep going because I can't not work because there's no money, there'll be no money coming in. So for right now, I'm at the point where it's like, okay, you're gonna have to suck it up no matter what. You're gonna have to go back to when you went to work with a broken shoulder and broken ribs. You know what I mean? And other times that I've been in the hospital and had to get out and go right back to work, it's nearly the same fucking thing with this shit. I'm gonna have to suck it up and put on a fucking happy face and get my ass out there and go to work, no matter what's going on, no matter if I'm sick or not. I gotta fucking do it. Um, but luckily, right now, I'm not like that. I don't feel sick. I feel I feel good. I'm just really groggy right now. I feel like I took like 3 Norcos. Like I'm just like kind of spaced out. It kind of feels good, you know what I mean? But um, yeah. So that's the video. I appreciate you guys watching and following. Please like, share, and subscribe. Got any questions? Go ahead and hit me up. Leave some comments. You know, I want to try to do more live videos and shit. We did one the other night. I don't know how the fuck I got so fucked up that night. I remember ending the video, but I didn't realize we were on there for like 3 hours. And then my wife the next day, she was like, because I passed the fuck out. So for those of you that were watching the videos and texting me shit, I don't even remember. I woke up in the morning, had text messages and shit, you know. But I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know how I got so fucked up. It was probably that whiskey. I probably drank a little bit too much whiskey, but you know, like I said, I remember ending the video. I don't remember nothing after that. The next day, I'm looking through Instagram. I see pictures of me and my wife. I'm like, when the fuck did we take pictures? And she's like, you don't remember? I said, fuck no, I don't remember taking those pictures. And she's like, oh my God, did you put your guns away? And I said, what do you mean? My gun's always right there, that's right here by the bed. What do you mean? And I said, it's right there. And she said, no, the fucking AR-15. I said, what do you mean? And she's like, you took it. You came upstairs, you got it out, and you went out to the garage, and you were gonna start shooting it in the air. And I said, you fucking serious? And she's like, yeah. I said, I don't remember that. She goes, yeah, you had 2 guns. You had the AR and you had the other one of the other ones, and you went out and you were gonna go outside and start shooting in the air. And I said, damn, I don't fucking remember any of that. I don't remember taking pictures. I don't remember coming to bed. I remember turning off the fucking video, and that's it. And so she's like, yeah. So then I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think nothing about that. I was disappointed in myself. You know what I mean? I was like, why the fuck would I do that? That's stupid. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, if I was sober enough, like I would have went out there and shot it at midnight, but I would have shot it into the fucking grass in the backyard. Wouldn't be shooting the motherfucker in the air. But but so I didn't think nothing of it. That was yesterday morning. So this morning I get up and I take a shower. I'm coming out with my towel. I'm like right in my room and getting ready to start getting dressed. And I see my gun case sitting on um the little bench in my room. And it's open, it's empty. I'm like, what the fuck? Where's the fucking AR at? So I go in the closet, I look and it's not there. And I'm like, fuck. So I run downstairs and go in the garage and I'm looking around the garage and it was right here against the wall, loaded. And I was like, fuck. So I got it to the stairs, unloaded it, and put it away. And And I just like I was disappointed in myself for getting that fucked up, and like I don't get like that, or I black out like that. I don't ever get like that. I always know what the fuck is going on. And but luckily, she was here with me, and she was, I guess she was telling me, she was telling me, what are you doing? Like, and I kept telling her, I'm gonna shoot it outside. And she's like, no, don't fucking do that. Don't do that. Put that fucking thing away. And I guess I just leaned up against the wall in here and went upstairs and passed out. So I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad she was here. That was a fucking stupid rule on my part. I'm glad I didn't do that, and I'm glad that fucking I found the gun here in the garage. Um, but yeah, so uh, you know, leave comments. I want to do some more live videos. Maybe I'll do one this weekend. I got, like I said, did chemo today, which is Tuesday. I'm not gonna be for the rest of the week. I won't be on chemo. Next week, I'm completely off chemo, and then I'll start again. I think it's on the 16th, which is I think Tuesday. I'll start on the 16th. Yeah, it's a Tuesday. I start on the 16th, and then that's why I start 3 weeks again. 1 week off. 3 weeks, 1 week off. So this is, like I said, it's the third one of this medication, but the 22nd chemo treatment that I've had, and it's not affecting me like as far as sickness and nausea or anything. I'm fine. I feel pretty normal, and like I said, I get to go back to work. So um, if you see me doing videos, most likely after 2 weeks from now, you'll probably see me doing videos in my work shirt and shit because I'll probably just come home and knock out some videos and then post them, because I won't be sitting at home all day not doing shit. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, for following, for listening. Like I said, you got any questions? Go ahead and hit me up. Send me a message. Leave comments and like the video. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I'll be talking to you guys later.